just getting in the mindset, Jack?
Yeah.
Do you know what today is?
Today is Wednesday, my dudes.
Yeah. Anything else, Jack?
That's all I know about today.
Really? What about the fact that you're here, prepared for a trial?
Yeah, quote unquote prepared.
How prepared do you feel?
Very unprepared actually. Usually I have an inkling of who did it.
Uh-huh.
Now last time we were here I said I don't really feel like anybody did it, but I lean like the slightest bit toward Mikon. But it's like it's so uncertain on all of them. And I feel like there's going to be some really crucial information coming out of the trial to lead me toward anything at all. Because right now, there's not much of a motive. There's not much of an opportunity for Hiyoko, anyway.
How was your investigation?
The investigation went great. We got all of the relevant facts, except for the ones that would actually finger the murderer.
You wanna go up to Monokuma Rock and figure it out?
Yeah, I want to actually go down on Monokuma Rock.
Okay. Well, we tried.
What do you mean you tried? There's no turning back.
Yeah, well, I tried, going the other way.
Oh.
Can you imagine if, like, everyone was going inside, and then you were just like, you turned and walked away?
We stepped onto the escalator and ascended toward the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. And that's when I suddenly noticed it. I notice our lined up silhouettes keep getting smaller and smaller. But I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. What do you mean smaller and smaller? You mean fewer and fewer?
No, like, it fades away as they go higher up. I don't know. That's how I interpreted it.
Oh, so I never noticed that his shadow... What? I don't fucking understand.
It's okay, Jack. Don't worry
When everyone was inside Monokuma Rock, we looked at the transcript to see what the fuck did Hajime just say.
This is Jack's first trial all by himself. How does it feel, Jack?
The elevator began its deep descent as usual. It feels bad. It feels really bad, actually. I don't like to do it all by myself.
But look at all your friends here.
Some of them are friends.
Which ones are not your friends?
Everybody on the right.
What? Even Fuyu? Come on.
Fuyuhiko's really done well this chapter.
He's a good boy.
Nobody said a word. As we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper.
You are right. All the guys are kind of like on one section. Although you're implying that Kazuichi is your friend.
He's my bro.
Jesus.
When it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped.
You're saying after that scene that they witnessed together, you guys have been bros ever since?
Basically, yeah. The elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so. Light poured through from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness. And I walked into that place.
You walked into it alone. Alright, Jack. We're just gonna have
Izzy, you're the monos.
What?
You're the monos. You're Monami, so you are also
only
Monokuma.
Monami.
You're also Monokuma today.
Why?
Because I'll be talking through all the rest of the trial, so you're doing all the other voices.
Damn it. I hate it when it makes some amount of sense. But that means that you've got to watch the chat. So.
I'll check it frequently.
No, more frequently.
Well, you know who jumped right on this stream?
What's
Just
up?
gonna call him right out. Hot bitch 69.
Hell yeah,
Back at
brother.
it again in the white vans.
Hell yeah, they did. I forgot that. I forgot the background changes. It does kind of look like a dungeon place, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean it's Sonia? Because it's like a castle. You get it? You know, you're trying to. You can solve it from the background.
Yeah, I don't know why you would think that she lives in a castle.
Well, she's royalty. She's a princess. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they have a jungle where you catch makangos.
Oh my god. My. It feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats. Well, 2 people got killed at the same time. And Nekomaru's not here either. Hey! Is Nekomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him.
No.
Why bother?
That's...
What?
Well now.
Now then, let's begin.
Yoo-hoo!
It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content.
And so, Caleb says that I'm not going to watch the chat, and I'm proving you wrong. You'd watch Jack struggle and Izzy laugh at him today. Oh, come on. The hot bitch is my hype crowd? Alright, there we go.
There we go,
The
brother.
curtain to the 3rd class trial was about to open. Ibuki Miyota, the ultimate musician.
Dude. Ibuki was my bro. You know, like your bros with Kazuichi. She was my bro.
Yeah, you're always trying to look to see what her swimwear looks like.
Stop!
She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. Izzy wishes she were the lewd maker.
Stop.
When I was with her, all of my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Really?
So.
Hiyoko Seonji, the exact opposite of that. I mean, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. But she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death.
I mean, that's a more accurate depiction than Ibuki. Or at least from Hajime's perspective.
What? Ibuki's absolutely the mood maker, and she was not trying to change herself.
No, but that's what I'm saying is that he kind of like summarized Hiyoko a lot better than Ibuki because you just claimed like, oh, like Hajime really wasn't like my mood was lifted when she was around type of a thing. No?
No.
Oh my god.
The person who killed those two is Among Us. I definitely can't believe it. But whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out, no matter the cost. For our sake. For our friends' sake. For Ibuki and Hiyoko's sake. And so the curtain to the 3rd class trial was about to open. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Yeah, saving is a good call. Hot bitch says, I like Ibuki because I was seen in 2009.
That's top tier goals.
To this day, I don't know what it means to be seen.
Well, Jack, you are gay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with you're an old man.
Well, both are true.
You trying to earn those LGBT tags? Yep, you got them. Alright, good. Alright, let's set our skills. We'll just use everything as usual. Great. You already have 30 of 48, so perfect. Let's get out of here.
Did you get anything?
No.
You did. Did you get the muscle one?
I don't know.
Can we even add it?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead, add it. Click it. Alright, let's get out of here. That's all. I didn't realize we got peach muscle. I don't know where we got that from.
That's from Akane.
Oh.
You did her thing, remember?
Yeah, I did her. That's right.
Oh my god.
Alright, let's look through our truth bullets.
No, I want to... I forgot where you buy. Oh, there we go. Alright, so you can buy another skill if you want.
No.
You don't want to buy anything?
No, we're saving up for 7.
Are we?
Yeah.
Alright.
We got through the last trial just fine. We'll get through this one too.
Oh my god. I think they're gonna add something new, Jack. You're gonna kill me.
Well, I guess then we're gonna lose.
Oh my god. You don't even care, too. What do you want to look at here?
Let's go through everything really quick. Just briefly. 2 victims. Ibuki was crushed windpipe as a result of choking to death from hanging. Hiyoko, blood loss due to her throat being slit. But she died instantly. Which is not really blood loss, now is it? Alright. Blood stains on the soles of Ibuki's feet. Why?
Why what?
So weird, okay. The rope used for hanging, according to Mikon, there is no doubt that the cause of Ibuki's death was her hanging herself. Key to the motel room is buried in her kimono, so it was pretty difficult to retrieve. Thick scrap of paper that was stuck to the bat and lighting. I don't remember that. A black curtain at the very back of the music venue stage. It's not wide enough to reach the sides. It looks like it was bought from the supermarket, not something that was originally here. Step louder on the music venue, tipped on its side, but there's a blood stain. A candle. This is probably the dim light candle. Okay. Surveillance camera unit put inside the music venue for communication purposes. It's been smashed. It doesn't even work. The AC unit was cranked up. There was a blood stain, but it was wiped off. Since Ibuki had no open wounds, it's believed the blood belonged to Hiyoko. It's a strange glob stuck to where both music venue doors touch each other. Mikon. Right up until the Monokuma announcement that morning, Mikon was with Hajime the whole time. Afterward, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. The video that Hajime saw at the hospital shows a person dressed in a hospital gown wearing a hemp bag on their head as they willingly climb to a stepladder toward a noose. After Fuyuhiko met with Mikon in front of the hospital, they split up to search for Ibuki. They checked the movie theater and Electric Avenue, but they didn't find anyone. Apparently Fuyuhiko and Mikon were only separated for a short time.
Okay.
Damn, alright. Sonia says that Hiyoko was distraught because her kimono was disheveled and she was unable to tie it on her own. That's when Sonia apparently told her about the full-length mirror in the music venue's storage room. Right, 1 ticket was passed out per person. The date it was passed out is printed on the ticket, hence we don't have the motive. The Monami tote bag was sold at the movie theater. It's a limited item because only 1 person can buy it. Apparently you can get another bag for free when you purchase it. That explains why there were 2 people. Alright. Movie, there were a total of 3 deaths. First, the Monami Scarecrow died by hanging. Next, the Monami Lion was pumped full of arrows. Finally, Monami Tin Man died by getting chopped into metal pieces.
That's it.
Yeah, I still don't know what the deal is with the Monami Lion.
Alright, so Jack's pinning it on Mikon. That's your guess?
But only barely. But it's like you're a swimmer, right? So it's 50 meters
swimmer,
down.
Jack.
Is it 50 meters down? That seems long.
Down what?
Because that's down the pool to do half lap.
It's 25.
25. Okay, so one full lap is 50 meters.
It depends on what kind of pool, but typically, like,
Right.
yeah. I would
Okay.
say like if you're talking about like a public pool, it's got to be 25 because you're doing a 100-meter lap. You go 4 times, and that's just
Okay.
a public pool. But like the bigger professional pools are much bigger than that.
Okay, let's go with that. All right, so 25 meters to get through the pool. They've gone like 5 meters apiece, and Mikan went 6 or 6.5 meters. All right, that's how much I've got Mikan ahead. All right, it's nothing.
All right. You feel ready?
Yeah, let's change the difficulty to it's set just fine. Yeah, it's fine.
All right. You want to read the
Fair
bottom?
disease and 2 consecutive murders. The thought of a third-class trial fills the remaining survivors with despair. Why would the disease be a motive? Why did Ibuki hang herself? And why did Hiyoko's body suddenly appear? Survive the class trial where mystery begets more mystery.
Thank you, Jack. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Alright.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Oh dear.
No.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who
Excuse me.
done it.
Bless you.
Hiccuping.
Oh. They put drumsticks on the Ibuki. On her
Nice.
ex. I wonder, what are they gonna do with Nekomaru? Because he's not dead, he's just missing, right?
Right.
So what'd they do with him? Just an empty
guess-
space?
I guess we'll find out.
Oh, Peko, with the sword. Her ex is a sword. Yeah, they did. They left an empty space
Yep,
for him.
Neko's just left there.
If
Alright.
you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Bruh.
Rude.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
That's a very optimistic way of thinking about it.
Wow. Is that your new catchphrase?
You what?
Is that your new catchphrase?
That's your gay phrase.
Oh.
What's your face right now?
Mm.
Anyway,
He's like, yeah,
let's just proceed
she's
with
head
the
empty.
trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease.
I always get slightly off-put by his voice because it sounds so weird compared to like the character model. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like most of the characters, like their voice fits how they look, but Hajime always sounds a lot like, I don't know. He sounds like a lot huskier than what like the character model looks. He's too cleaned up.
The hospital team
I don't think it's
consisted
so
of
terribly
Nagito,
far off.
Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
What's up, Jack?
I don't think it was too far off.
No, it's just like he just sounds very quiet for somebody with like fucking circles, like what is it called? Do not cross lines on his eyes. You see that, right?
No.
There's a circle around like his eyes, and then there's a line going through it.
Oh.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hiyoko.
The other
Spending the
5.
night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
What's up?
Damn, he's gotten huskier.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, I've been defeated by the death of my tool.
Aw. This friend. What were you gonna say?
I was trying to see which 5 were there.
Dude, Fuyuhiko's gonna like, either he's going to make it a lot easier, or he's just going to make it more confusing. Cause his account, like, he sees Mikon, right? But there's a moment of time when they're both separated.
Right.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikon
And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikon rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the
Motel
music
team.
venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikon and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our site.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone, so I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko, so I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
Yeah, that was very questionable.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't look comfortable.
After I heard
No.
from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I
No
had a feeling
clarification
she was
though.
the person wearing the hemp bag.
I don't think Hajime wants to hear Mikon's various ways after experiencing it himself.
So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the 4 of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hiyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Bro.
Fuck!
Here we go again. Look at this fucker, dude. He fucking gave you this fucking shit to help you, and now he's gonna go and be contrarian again.
Fucking Nagito. Has he ever done anything good for the world?
He
Unclear.
has created a lot of fan art.
Huh?
He made a lot of fan art.
That was the line.
Oh. Well, you know how it is.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Oh, yeah. See, that's true. That's fair. But he's also, we know, and the voice actor's doing a good job of this, he's just pulling our leg because he also told us to keep our...
Oh yeah, no. It also displays like just the character, Nagito's like intelligence, because he's basically what I think he's trying to do, and of course he's doing it in the most annoying way possible. I think he's trying to make sure that your alibi is like secure, so there's no arguing about it later. It's just, could you do it in a more annoying way, dude? Like, there's other ways to do this.
Lie? Why would I lie?
By the way, Izzy, I can't read the chat this minute. I'm just repositioned here, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what Caleb means by phaser. The phaser on the trial prep is pretty pog. I don't know what those words mean. What's a phaser?
I think he was talking about the
music? Are you talking about
the music? Yeah.
Also, like, Rip Pecco, we miss her right now. She's
Okay, not necessarily we.
What the fuck, dude? What is wrong with you? You know what? The best part of Nagito is the fan art. I'm just gonna let you know that right now.
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
It sounds like he's trying to either, like, talk to someone who's crazy, or he has, like, a really weird, like, he thinks this is how seduction works.
Guck. It's just as Kazuichi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who just confuse us and make matters worse.
You know what I mean, though, right? The way he inflects things. Like, he's straight up trying to talk to you, like, in an intimate way, but he, like, doesn't know how, and it's, like, a little uncomfortable. Yeah, he's trying to talk to just you.
Damn it, I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that.
Calm down.
Yeah, dude. Movie's invitation ticket. Okay.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a
Bro.
lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Oh god.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime...
Ooh-ha-ha-ha.
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
There we
means
go.
It
That's what
probably
you're
is
gonna shoot.
Hajime's fault.
Right there, the last statement from him is we're gonna shoot the imitating the movie. I'm not the killer. There should be a contradiction somewhere.
Okay. So, where do you want me to hit at, Jack?
The very last shootable statement from Nagito. And I need to find that and break through. You.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony
Could you
is
fast
a
forward really
lie,
quick?
then the fact that
Fast
Ibuki
forward?
hung herself...
Let me see how to fast forward real quick. Control.
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Here we go. You
Did
ready?
Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie. No,
Very
that's
nice.
wrong.
Oh my god, I didn't think I would get that. But you know what? Our new
I'm
skill.
not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Yeah.
Our new skill makes the bullet go faster. Hell
Peach.
yeah, dude.
Peach butt.
Peach muscle. What
Peach
close-
muscle.
I'm sorry, Jack. You remembered one part and you really zeroed in on it. Can you read the chat now? Is it working
No.
for you?
Oh no, I can read the chat, but I'm not in a position where I can read it and watch.
What? Jack, are you dying?
I'm living. This is how I'm living now.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, hit me with that chat, Izzy.
What? Well, you go. He's got, you know, a hot bitch over there. She's making a rave, and then the bullet fires like hell.
The bullet fire is like
not.
what?
I already knew that.
The bullet fires like hell, like super fast.
Oh yeah.
Jack, do you have the despair disease? Is that what's going on?
No.
Huh?
Before the
Yeah,
incident,
we already figured this out.
Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation.
Yeah. Smart. Actually smart.
You just went about it in a weird way.
It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't
Warm
a
me
game,
up,
you know.
Nagito.
God.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
What are you talking about, Chiaki?
Since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
What do you mean? Jack?
Exactly. We now know that Hajime's testimony is reliable. What a waste of time. Shut up, Chiaki.
Why are you so mean?
I can't stand dumb statements.
Then why do you make so many?
Oof.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself,
God.
right?
No, that's not really what that means, but she did.
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
Not even 10 minutes.
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
She's pretty light.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
Are you...
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a heck of an if. The door was blocked with adhesive and a drumstick, and I don't really believe the drumstick could have done it, but whatever.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gonna be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru. Me too!
Was he trying to sound like him?
No, he would have been like, SHIT!
Hey, why are you talking like, huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making bad jokes.
God.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
It's the hell of an if, though.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this...
Oh, I didn't mean to.
The killer was inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko obviously thinks so, but...
What are you saying that he's got it wrong on?
I mean, is it necessarily true that the killer was inside the music venue? We know that the door was stuck with adhesive, and there was the drumstick, which is a little bit difficult to explain, but it was on the ground. I don't know, maybe they tested it out, then they realized it's not going to hold, and they went and grabbed some adhesive, and they left the drumstick on the ground. I have no idea. They're pressed for time, but the point is, there was clearly adhesive, and we didn't see anybody in there when we arrived. Is that really it? Oh shit. Okay, let's try with the semi-transparent glob first.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Alright.
Okay, so that person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence. Oh god. Well, so I think probably it wasn't the drumstick, so if we shoot the statement before drumstick with the semi-transparent glob, we can be like, but no, it was an adhesive.
So which statement did you want to shoot?
I'll tell you when it shows up.
The killer was
pretty
still
early
inside
on.
the music venue. By locking the door from the inside,
Not this one, but the next one.
they tried to
I
keep
think.
us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for
Not
time.
that, not that.
How did they
This-
lock
this
the
next
door?
one. Here.
That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Yeah, shoot the drumstick here.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
No, not that, not that. Oh my god.
You can use
The
that
next
as a
one.
bolt to
Here
lock
we
the
go,
door.
here we go. This is the one. I thought it was
By doing
early.
that, the killer who was hiding inside
Wait, what?
waited till we gathered together.
Wait, what? Am I mistaken?
And suddenly
Is it the
appeared.
first thing that he said? Shit.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
Well, okay.
I've seen this in
Oops.
serial crime
Wasted your time. I really thought it was early on.
I was on the
and
edge
it
of my
is.
seat this whole time here, Jack, waiting for
Oh,
you
yeah.
to tell me.
Oh my god, let's go again. It's they use that to lock the door or whatever it is from the inside, and we'll say no, it wasn't from the inside. It was just goo.
You seen what Caleb was saying, Jack?
Let me get up.
He said, okay, wait. So, Hot Bitch says, no one else knows that they went to the movie. So Nagito is obviously showing off their date. Honestly, that's true. That's probably top tier Galaxy Brain comment there. And then Caleb said, everyone is, like, on level 1 and Nagito is on level 200. And then he was wondering if Nekomaru is actually watching via video talking through Monokuma, which I don't think so. I think Monokuma is just trolling.
That would be funny though.
And then he noticed that one of the comments I was shooting was saying, of course I agree with Miss Sonia. So, you know. He's reminding you that...
I would.
Uh-huh.
I would, because both I am engaged to Sonia and because Caleb voices Sonia.
And then he said, you know, blue statements are one you can agree with too.
Right, they're the agreeable ones, but I don't actually agree with that.
So what do you want to hit?
I want to shoot the statement before the blue one.
The killer was still
That's very
inside the
helpful.
music venue.
Yeah.
By locking the door from the inside,
Here, shoot it.
they tried to
I
keep
missed
us from
because
getting
I hit the...
Wow.
Okay, so here's
To
the
stall
difference.
for time.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff
How did they lock
stays
the
for
door?
longer than twice, and I'm used to the first game where it does
That
go
door should not
away
have had a
in
lock.
2 shots. Get the fuck out of here,
The
dude.
lock was on the floor in front of the
Alright,
door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
Look
You
at
can
that
use that
silly
as a
shit.
bolt to lock the door.
Okay, we'll do it
By
again.
doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just...
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
That's great, Sonia. That's real great. Okay. We'll try this
The
again.
killer was still inside the music venue.
Get out of
By
here.
locking the door from the inside,
Right here.
they tried to keep us from getting
Ah!
Seems they were
How
Jack,
did they lock the door? That door
why
should
do you
not
do
have...
this
The
to
lock
me?
was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken...
You can
I-
use that
I
as
did
by doing
nothing.
that. The waited
Well,
till
the
and
thing is in the
suddenly
way.
So they
See,
look like
if I hit
I've
it,
seen
I
this in
lose
serial
10
crime
seconds.
dramas.
So I can either be slow and actually hit it, or I can be fast and
The
lose
killer
a
was
lot of
still
time.
inside the music venue.
Right. We'll
By
just aim to
locking the door
the
from the
bottom side of it,
inside.
on the D. Oh, there you
No,
go.
that's wrong.
Oh, that I was right. Nice.
There we
Wait a
go.
sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
What did Caleb do here? He removed a bot because the bot was a thought. You get that one, Jack?
Not a fan of bots.
From the outside. How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
It wasn't rubber at all. That semi-transparent glob was probably gum, glue, gummy, or rubber. Oh my god.
What?
It wasn't rubber at all. Rubber! It wasn't rubber! I guess it's glue.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
I see.
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, you fucking tasted it. Fucking, you know, Detroit become human as fucking thing. She's like, she ate it like, what's his name? I forgot his name. What's his name? I keep wanting to say Cole, but it's not Cole. That's from LA Noir. God damn it, what's
I don't
his
know.
name? I like dogs.
Caleb will get it. Who's the
I
who's
can't
the guy
remember.
in-
The main detective. Fucking hell, dude. It's really gonna bother me.
Yeah, I've never played it or seen it.
It's... What is wrong?
In Detroit Become Human. Caleb says Connor.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking, Cole, because it starts with a C. Bruh.
It had a firm, gel-like chewiness.
Please don't
and
say
I could
that.
smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
I really don't like this.
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep, it fits perfectly.
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know?
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was
I don't know
so
about unnaturally obvious.
that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
I agree with Chiaki. It does seem like incredibly obvious. Like, really? Like, this is juvenile. Like, why would you do this? It's so obvious it doesn't fucking work. Like, it's a drumstick. With a big heavy door? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't really resist that
Drumstick
much.
Was a trap the killer set on purpose?
That's what she's saying. It's like, it's almost laughably stupid how obvious this wouldn't have worked. So, like it's kind of like trying to throw you off course.
Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Yeah, that's why you're not a real
Sonia
Yakuza.
And me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
Okay, Kazuichi, that only doesn't narrow it down to you two. You're still a suspect, you asshole.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
Shut
Oh,
up,
Monami, I'm
Monami.
sure you're really popular on the internet.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
What does that mean? What? Even quick work? What is it?
How
What?
did she do all of these many things?
Oh, I don't know. That's such a weird phrase. Like, what the hell?
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have
Literally
done
no
what
one has
Hajime
said
was away
anything
from
to
the
you.
venue.
I think she's trying to relate it to herself.
She's trying to get out of the blame. I'm too slow to have done all of these things, so don't suspect me.
Jack, I thought I was voicing the characters.
They must have done it earlier than that.
Earlier.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Are you kidding me? Are you gonna tell me that the wallpaper, the ripped wallpaper on the other column was just... What? No, but there's two... What?
What's wrong, Jack?
Wouldn't we have found some bloody wallpaper if they used wallpaper to cover her up? Right, because like they have all that wallpaper. There was the ripped wallpaper. We saw in the truth bullets that you have a piece of ripped wallpaper.
Yeah.
And you're telling me that they covered all of that up with wallpaper, so we didn't see the body hanging there. Then they ripped off the wallpaper, and where did that go? There's like a little tear of it. I don't know. It doesn't seem like... No, that doesn't seem right.
It's kind of like... He's kind of the one leading this trial, huh?
Yeah, he was despair diseased out, but he already knows what's going on.
That must mean he's either really smart or he knows something. Game?
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
Imagine being sick for like, what, 3 days? coming back and they're like, oh, let's do a class trial. And he's just like, I got this shit. I got this shit all in my head, like, already. Like, what does this guy do?
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
That's right.
Baton.
Just what is this scrap anyway?
Is it baton?
You found it? I guess so. I thought a baton is what you threw around, but
That's
I guess.
what I thought. I don't know anything about theater, man.
Oh, theater.
Yeah, theater. What are you saying?
Yeah, I say theater as well. But I know so many people that say theater.
That's because they're actually wrong, and they need to fix themselves.
That's how they do it in the South, Izzy.
No, I think you're wrong.
What would you know about the South? Fucking nothing.
Oh, okay. You know, whatever. Oh my god. You always do this. You're like, whenever it's convenient for me to not win, you put me on the other side.
Okay.
Caleb said that the drumstick wouldn't fit too well on the handles.
I said that when we were doing this in the first place, and then the very first thing was, doesn't it look like it could fit there? No, Fuyu, it doesn't look like that, but god damn it, I guess you're gonna say it anyway.
Hot Bitch says Monami can go. Honestly, true. And Nagito is the genetic clone offspring of Makoto and Kyoko.
That's true.
Bro.
That's true. It covers up his arms mostly. He's got white hair. He's got Makoto's face and voice. And
partially his name. Literally. Caleb, shut the fuck up, Jack. I don't have time for your shit. Caleb said that he was just thinking that Nagito was kind of on the same detective prowess as Kyoko. It feels like he already knows the answer and he's just waiting for everyone to catch up. Which makes everyone really dumb, or he's really smart.
that scrap was stuck on the baton lighting in the music venue. Now I should be able to figure out what it is. No!
What is it, Jack?
Well, you just said it was wallpaper, right? W-A-L-L-P-A-P-E. Yeah, that fits. Yeah, so just put those W's together.
How do I put it in there?
Right. Right mouse button, you put it...
Together.
Wait.
And then I want to put it in the thingy. Send to keyword. It's left. You're wrong. Okay, there we go.
Put those L's together, we're gonna need them in a moment. Get those A's together, send them. Now send the L, send the L, send the L, send the L, send the L.
Oh,
you blew up the L!
I'm sorry, Jack.
Why?
I'm getting the hang of
L's!
this.
Get these L's together. Put these L's together.
I'm sorry.
And send it! Send it! Alright, Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get used to it. Jesus Christ.
L's! L's! Send it! We need a P. A big PP. There's your P. Oh no! You fucked us!
Oh my god, Jack. I'm just gonna cancel you.
We need an A. There's the A! Oh!
I'm literally gonna cancel you.
Do it, you won't. We need another P. There's your P! Grab the PP. E. We need an E. There it is, green! Don't let it die! You let it die!
Oh my god.
E. You see that E? Fuck
Yeah.
it. Yeah, blow it up. Oh, fuck yeah. Now we need an R. Papel. There's your R, top right. Oh my god.
I'm about to be like 100% done with you right now.
Oh, zero stress.
On whose part exactly?
Part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
Oh my god. Hot Bitch says Nagito is definitely the smartest in the class, so he may be withholding information like in Tuteru's trial. Tuteru.
That sounds like if he became like the ultimate musician instead, like his rap name, you know what I'm saying?
No.
What? Okay, if Tera was like the ultimate musician and that was his like name, like his musician name.
He would go with just Little Teru.
Jack, why?
In the music venue storage room, there should have
God.
been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so,
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper, see? It fits perfectly.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that.
What's wrong?
He's so annoying when he says shit like that.
Why?
He's just annoying. I don't know what to tell you.
But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
You don't like being told that you're better?
No, not by this little piece of shit.
The stinky boy.
That scrap of paper stuck to the baton lining was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body? If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Logic dive. Oh my god! Okay, this guy, you're gonna want to look at the, you're gonna want to look.
Look at your butt.
The controls, probably. Like how to slow down and how to select things.
How to select things.
Yeah.
You select it by being epic.
Oh my god, I thought you just killed yourself right there.
This is a big Herb moment.
Oh my god. Oh my
Look,
god.
come on, that was funny though.
Oh my god.
Come on, Jack, you're
Question
laughing.
1. Why did Hiyoko's body suddenly appear? Slow down, slow down. Appear at the crime scene. It was brought there. It was hidden. Okay, yeah, it was hidden. To the other side. It was hidden.
Are you sure?
Yeah. That's what we're talking about. It was hidden.
We're not going that fast.
Wow, we only have 4 minutes. You gotta be sure to do this
Don't
quick.
fucking talk to me right now.
Oh!
Stop!
Give me a question. All right. What did the killer use to hide the body? The wallpaper. Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
You sure about this, Jack?
Yeah.
Oh man. The colors on oh god. The colors on this is like give me a headache in a second.
I'm so sorry that it's giving you a headache because this is hard to look at. Yeah.
Why did they
Oh my
make it so
God.
fucking trippy? Like, if you wanted to do something like this, that's fine, but why'd you make it so eye-blindingly
How did the
hurtful?
killer hide her body with the wallpaper? They formed a wall, they covered the pillar. So they just covered the pillar.
Like, maybe they were trying to be like, look at how fucking 2000s we are. But like, oh my god. Horrible. Oh, there we go.
Oh god. Alright. We did it.
it's all coming together.
That wasn't hard.
Thank god on that.
I got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
So, are you saying that both of them were already dead by the time he went and checked on them?
Sorry?
So he's saying that both of them were already dead when Hajime came to check on them, on Ibuki.
Yeah, Hiyoko was dead before Ibuki died.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, now my only question is when the fuck did they kill her? Like, we know it's before, but specifically, when?
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, By wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly
Hold up.
larger pillar.
Okay.
Hopitch says, Nagito's intelligence only makes him more dangerous, to be honest, with his terrorist mentality. Also, never forget he tried to shank Thickia. Hajime's making leaps of logic. Oh, yeah. Alright.
You get that one,
A
Jack?
slightly larger pillar. I would love if they showed the side-by-side of the pillars now. What did it look like when I got there versus what did it look like when I saw Hiyoko's body?
We're about to find out, huh?
So when I first
Oh,
discovered Ibuki's
that's
body,
awesome.
Hiyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
To be fair, your eyes are drawn to, like, your friend literally hanging. Like, it's not his fault at all.
Yeah, it was clearly
that's
larger.
Understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hiyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
What's wrong?
Yeah, that makes sense.
What's wrong, Jack?
I'm just feeling bad for them realizing that Hiyoko is long dead.
Yeah.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper.
If that hadn't have happened, do you think it would have been harder for them to discern, like, what happened?
Yeah.
And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
Did he say
Mothballs?
Did he say mothballs, but it says moss on the subtitle here?
Yeah, that's right. It looks like Monokuma has a lisp.
I just enjoy looking at them.
Yeah, because she says mothballs. What the
She said
hell?
moss.
Yeah, that's what he said. Moss.
Yeah. But
the hell?
he said moth.
I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not
Okay.
just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Wait! Tie the weapon to mix up the killing order to let their accomplice escape because they like movies. They don't have an accomplice, they didn't hide the weapon, they don't like movies. It's to mix up the killing order. Because Hiyoko would have died second according to that. So, go ahead and hit to mix up the killing order, but then pause, like, or don't advance.
The reason the killer imitated 2 of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
It's interesting that the game is so set on her being the second one because she was strung up like that, which you know, Caleb was all about, yeah, she's strung up like that, so that's her. And I was like, no, she got shanked, so she's the third one. But I guess you could say that the broken camera is the Tin Man broken into metal pieces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that until this moment. Like, that never remotely crossed my mind last time we played, so...
I didn't want to give that away too early in case, like, it was relevant to the case.
I think on this one, maybe, I don't know if it will be relevant. It seems like at this point it won't be, but here you would have answered this to mix up the murders anyways. So I guess that's not crucial to figure out, but I didn't realize that until now.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I had to add.
I think there was an implication that maybe that the Tin Man could have been Hiyoko because she, you know, was heartless or whatever. And that the lion was the one that was missed because there was no arrows, stuff full of arrows killing type of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Then Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
The one thing that I've noticed that they're not bringing up, I don't know if, like, well, it's kind of like tradition, right? They always start with, like, okay, what was the murder weapon, right? We know the murder weapon for Ibuki, but, like, what happened to the murder weapon for Hiyoko?
Yeah, we don't know that yet.
We don't have it, and they haven't brought it up, which, like, it's kind of weird to me because, like, they almost always establish that first. Or, I guess
well, I think they're trying to establish the order of death here. Like, even this, when did they die at all?
Yeah, because, I'm sure you remember that the third trial in the first one was also about who died first, you know, like, or what was going on.
No, that didn't take you off of it for even a moment.
What do you mean?
The ballot is numbered, and then...
Well, I mean, what I mean is the game basically makes you try and figure out what's ordered, not that it's difficult to figure out.
I've got a number 5 wrench. I had to use wrenches 1 through 4 first.
It was a
shut
hammer.
up.
It was a hammer, Jack.
No, I know, but like a number 5 wrench is a thing.
Oh, well, maybe.
You might go reaching for a number 5 wrench.
Yeah, but like they're not discussing the murder weapon. I guess they're just ruling out Ibuki's death as a suicide, like, entirely. Like, is that what's happening? Like, they're not even gonna debate that?
Well, they're not going to debate it because they trust Hajime, who saw her climb up there of her own volition and die.
But I mean, it's clearly.
And honestly, I don't doubt
not...
it either. It seems like it's an instigated suicide.
But there's no way she would have killed herself if she was, like, not sick.
She was sick.
I said if she wasn't sick.
Well, what do you mean then? Like, but she was, so...
Somebody had to push her to do it. She wouldn't just do it for no reason.
Right, which is why it counts as a murder as well.
So it can't be a suicide.
I mean, it is a suicide. She took her own life.
Oh, well, I don't know. It's just like, they haven't discussed it yet. On, like, how that came about, which is just weird.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Yeah, like, Chiagi's not having any of that shit from Gundam.
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
Fucking wrecked, right?
Jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
How does she know?
Well, because we watched her walk up to it.
Oh. Oh,
Okay, looks like you're Gundam now.
No, I thought that. Well, I thought what she meant was something different. That's all.
What's wrong with
I'm gonna
that?
read the chat. Almost seems like Nagito is strategically approaching the blackened, like securing Hajime's testimony first thing. Caleb says it'll suck if he actually winds up killing someone. Hot bitch. In Pekko's trial, they discuss hiding objects on their person so everyone empty their pocket. That's a great point! That's a good point. Bring us the knife that killed Hiyoko. And Caleb says, yeah, good point. Where's the murder weapon? Alright.
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed.
Yeah,
that
because
would mean Hiyoko was
blood.
killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
What? Dude, what are you on?
Man, he's being annoying
no.
again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed.
Well, that's what I'm wondering is how fast did they have to go? Right? Because Hajime saw it and ran over. They had 10 minutes. How do you have that much time?
What?
That he kill Hiyoko first and then also get her up, like, up on the
Well,
ladder?
okay. Who was in the venue for the last time? No one was in the venue since everybody went to bed the night before. So let's say they have 7 hours to kill Hiyoko. All Hiyoko has to do is before people are active, head over to go see the mirror and then be killed. Now I guess you could say Sonia suggested it so she would anticipate that she would be going for the mirror. But so long as the killer is setting up the thing for Ibuki in advance and then Hiyoko shows up, Hiyoko can be killed. Ibuki won't react to it because she's ill, and then she has to walk through the blood puddle. Then the killer notices the blood on her soles because she's hanging, or notices some kind of footprints or something, and tries to clean up the blood. And we saw that the blood was getting cleaned up. They didn't notice that there was blood in the way. Otherwise, they would have stopped Ibuki from walking through it. So we know that Hiyoko's dead. Blood on the floor, Ibuki walked through it, and you honestly have 7 hours during which to kill her. Because all you had to do was hide her before Ibuki's message went through. That's it.
Yeah.
She could have been killed any of those hours in advance, so there's no worry about time anymore.
Yeah.
How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Oh,
Ibuki
God.
knew something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion. You're
Oh.
to talk.
I was just thinking that! Exactly that! Kazuichi! So many delusional people. Oh my god. Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in cycles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. What are we doing? Arguments. Oh gosh. Blood on the souls, motel room key, scrap of thick paper. Yeah, so we're doing blood on the souls. We've been talking about that the whole time. Well, that or the stepladder.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling
Well,
you
I
to
mean-
present your evidence.
We would
Did
agree
you
with
see her
that.
walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Yeah, we agree with that. Yeah, sign that she stepped on
Crime
something.
scene?
Maybe her feet were on the floor. But she was like sitting or something.
Shut the fuck up,
So
Kazuichi.
instead,
Have you
there'd
ever
be a
been
mark
right?
on her ass.
Oh, let's look at her dead ass
Weak,
now.
I say. It doesn't even pierce my heart.
Bruh.
Alright, so between start and finish, we're going to click on agree with Sonia. Shaggy said Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed, but is that really true?
You can
When
tell
Hiyoko
Chiaki's
died-
getting really frustrated with him.
Ibuki's feet were on the
Yeah.
floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
Alright, where's Sonia?
If her feet were
Right here.
on the floor,
Right here.
was there any sign she stepped on something?
Oh my fucking god,
Fucking
you're
cock
annoying.
blocked.
I agree
Still
with that.
got it! Consent! Let's go! Consent!
Ibuki stepped on something.
He's looking dead, aren't you?
No!
Your mic doesn't pick up any of your
Oh
laughter.
my-
There's just silence.
Oh, trust me, dude. You fucking Twitch heard all that bullshit ass fucking shit, dude.
You think Twitch heard it? Okay.
I fucking see it, hearing it right now. The damn
see it, hear
fucking
it?
yeah, the damn fucking voice meter is like going all over the place. No. Oh, Lord. What does hot bitch say, Jackaroni?
Caleb says Gunna was like useful last trial, but right now he's being nuts. Hot bitch says the Blackened just had a knife on him just in case. This killer is cold as ass. Althea, have you ever been right? You're gonna finish this trial and go right into another one for that murder. Oh! Caleb confirms that they could hear all of your laughter. At which point I have to write down now what the time is so that I can go back and listen to how much you crack up. I guess it's about 1:15.
Oh my god. Okay, so Jack's been showing me these silly sports clips that are really, really funny from this one guy. I can't remember his name. Something boy. He's a boy.
John
That's all
Boy.
yeah, see? Boy. That's all I heard.
Yeah.
So, like, the voices, or he commentates over the fucking people, and whenever they do that, it's just so funny. Alright, Jack. This is serious! There's a murder!
That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
Lord almighty.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
God, thank God, dude, because she suffered the worst. Like, so far. Oh, gross. Right, because we established that she didn't just snap her neck type of a thing. She was choking to death.
Yeah, so
wasn't
Byakuya got
instant.
speared in the chest a lot of times. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, sure.
And then who died?
Mahiru. She out, dude. She's fucking
Oh,
out.
Mahiru. Yeah, no suffering, just
Yeah.
immediate death. That's
Yeah.
the best death so far. And then Ibuki choked to death. Yeah, I'd say Ibuki probably had it the worst.
Oh yeah, dude. Good old Books. She's gone forever. Rip.
Yeah, you'll never get another Book from the Book store.
What?
Did she die again?
Lord help me.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck, and she died almost instantly, right?
Okay, here we go. Is this the murder weapon? Are we talking about the murder weapon now?
If Ibuki stepped on her
don't know.
blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye.
Oh, let's slice them up.
No!
Time to slice.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in
Gundam,
his
you're so
Sunday's
unhelpful.
finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
That's
I
actually
like the way he says his name.
Hajime Hinata. I like that statement actually. A shepherd dressed as Sunday's best still reeks of lamb. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean he's got the fucking what do you call it? A metaphor, like on, like, you know, fucking locked in. But he just sounds like a crazy asshole all the time.
Although, why do I have to reek of lamb though? Like, why are we going for the little babies? We ain't balanced.
Because Hajime is a little boy. He's a little tiny boy. Look at him. Look at that boy. He's a skinny boy.
Look, it's a battle of the middle hair flicks.
Look, I'm even gonna prove it to you. Look how tiny he is. 147.
What, Hajime? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like basically my size, actually.
Look,
Oh god.
Gundam.
Actually, Gundam is closer to my size. Holy shit.
That's not true.
Yeah, 5'9", 160. And Hajime is even smaller.
He's a tiny boy.
Tiny boy.
I would give Hajime a hug, and also, everyone would be stressed out. So then maybe not.
They would be stressed out because you gave him too long of a hug.
No, because they're very sad right now, and this is not appropriate moment.
You just give every little boy a hug. That sounds worse than
I don't know what you're trying to say.
No.
Jack, that's not true.
No, I was not trying to go for that.
Okay, well, I think someone else has a rebuttal because we're not doing that one.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line.
What's happening right now? What is wrong with Gundam?
But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
I feel like on the topic of butts in arguments, I just want to mention that the Supreme Court, for the first time in history, used the term pre-buttal in the published opinion just this week.
How do you know it's the first time?
Because a law professor went through the corpus to go search through all their opinions.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status.
Oh yeah, can't make a sound? How about ka-ching, ka-ching? Why would we slice through your argument?
Okay, I thought you were like imitating a gun, and then when you did the like, slicing sounds, I understood what was going on.
Yeah, the Macarena sounds.
Hajime's face is the face I make every time Gundam says something. Like, what the fuck are you on, dude?
However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
It's like, should I smile right now? Like, what is going on? Like, that's just uncomfortable. Like, why am I here? Nobody says anything either. Oh, god damn it, I hate this fucking shit, dude. I love the song, though. Alright, what are we doing, Jack? Hurry. Pick one!
Oh my god. Let's go with the... It's either the smudge on the floor or the stepladder. They probably went through the smudge on the floor because we're talking about the blood on the shoes, but there's also blood on the stepladder.
Oh, no. Give me instructions. Okay.
WASDA. You gotta use those WASDA keys.
No, I know that. I'm looking to slice.
Okay, the WASDA keys.
No. I'm looking to slice. Like when
To murder them, left click.
Okay, I got it.
Ha! Impossible!
Are you gonna slice that?
No, Jack, I didn't feel like it.
Allow me to cut through those words.
There was no blood on the floor. I don't see very well.
The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
What the hell? That was it?
Yeah.
What? That didn't last long at all.
There was no blood on the floor.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Alright.
Don't say such foolish things! You don't have proof of that at all!
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hiyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but... Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
Okay.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hiyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
I'm just moving.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, I was just agreeing with Hiko.
There we go.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Yoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
Yeah, that's possible.
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
Monokuma knows the time of death though, right? Like, he must
Yeah,
know.
But the specific time hardly matters.
But doesn't it matter so they know? Like, who?
No. Oh, well, I mean, like, we want to know who did it, but it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter if they killed them at 2 in the morning, or 5 in the morning, or 6:50 in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We just need to know that she died before Ibuki, and we're already establishing that quite clearly without the Monokuma file.
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file, just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now.
Is he legitimately saying that he disagrees, but there's no way he can refute it, so he's just gonna shut up?
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Kazuishi's just like, he's just sassing everybody today, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
No, this again.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Huh? Suicide?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blackened to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Haven't you done that twice now?
Why me?
Mm-hmm.
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, this is what Nagito means, Sonia. Dearest Sonia. If we know that there's only one Blackened, and the Blackened no longer exists because she killed herself, then how is it possible that they also killed Hiyoko? Like, are you going to say that she killed Hiyoko? There's no way that you can blame anybody else because there can only be one Blackened. So somebody else must have. If somebody else killed Hiyoko and Ibuki killed herself, you would have two Blackened, but one that's only punishable and the other one that's not. So the implication is that Ibuki killed Hiyoko and then killed herself. But I think what they're going to go with is, no, she was instigated into suicide.
Which is what I think happened.
Yeah.
There's no way that she would do it normally.
Right, and the story is also that someone murdered Ibuki. Right, so...
What do you mean? What?
The movie, sorry, not the story, the movie.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I understand Hiyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hiyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
There's no way Nagito believes that shit.
Yeah.
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
Oh, so what he's trying to say is, like, somebody told Ibuki to kill Hiyoko, and because she's like gullible, right, she just does it, and so the Blackened kind of gets away with it because she's telling Ibuki to literally murder. and the only murder that you have to solve is who made Ibuki kill herself? Is that what he's trying to say?
That's possible. I don't think that that's the actual situation, though.
Is that allowed? Because technically she's the murderer, right? If Ibuki killed Hiyoko, she's the murderer.
But I don't think that's what happened.
I guess.
Because Hiyoko showing up to get at the mirror was not a pre-planned event, unless you're saying Sonya did it all, and Sonya knows that she would have shown up.
I'm worried about Sonya, but she's not on my main suspect list.
Exactly. But so that means that Hiyoko had to have shown up at an unplanned time. So you couldn't plan to tell Ibuki to murder Hiyoko.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like Hyoko's kind of like the random element.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the murderer themselves had to have killed Hiyoko.
Okay. Well, let's see what he says.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right?
Yeah, that also makes sense.
After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive. When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
So there have been a couple occasions here where they've been like, Mikon, doesn't this fuck with you? Nobody knows this stuff, right? And like, okay, but like Mikon couldn't have done it then. But then the flip side of that is, unfortunately, well, if nobody knew this shit, but Mikon would be the person that's in the know about that, then that means Mikon did it. Like the fucking with the autopsy thing. Nobody here knows that that would actually fuck with the death order, except for Mikon. So Mikon went ahead and did it, and now can say, it fucked with my death order. Oh. You know, like, on one side, poor Mikon couldn't figure it out, and on the other side, it's Mikon knew that she's gonna fuck it up. Who else knows this information? I don't know. We haven't established that, but like, it doesn't actually take suspicion off of Mikon.
Yeah. Well, I don't like it.
If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
I'm gonna read the chat, but also, your mic was open for a bit of that. I don't know why.
Open?
Or did like the AC just turn on?
What do you mean open?
Oh, you were just green the whole time, and I could hear.
Oh, that's I turn on the AC because it's a little bit warm, but I can turn it off if it's too loud.
No, keep it on. This is a pretty sneaky killer trying to frame Hajime and disabling Mikon's autopsy, says Hot Bitch. Caleb, there's still some odd facts in this case. Hot Bitch says Chiaki's the second smartest student faux show.
Yeah, I agree.
Second smartest?
Yeah,
behind Nagito?
Nagito's pretty clever, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty clever until he starts talking about this fucking bullshit.
I mean, I think he's doing that to screw around, you know, like Byakuya did in the previous game. Byakuya was
Caleb
not
says...
as... What?
Go ahead.
I think Byakuya wasn't as smart as Kyoko, but he definitely was clever enough more than the rest that he was just screwing around with everybody a lot of the time.
Yeah, so that's... I sort of view Chiaki as Kyoko and Nagito as Byakuya. Byakuya.
Yeah, but Byakuya was hotter. Let's just agree on that right now.
I would feel inclined to agree with you, except for two things.
Yeah.
The combination of Nagito's long hair with his oversized jacket is a nice combination. And I cannot unsee Fat Byakuya.
Oh no. KFC Byakuya.
Caleb says, I think Chucky was pretty smart earlier. She did mention that Hiyoko's death seemed rushed and not intentional. Hot Bitch says, am I crazy? Seems like Nagito is trying to specifically take down this killer. I miss Big Kuya.
Honestly, dude.
Which we know now is not Big Chonk.
What's her name, Jack? What's her name?
Sakura!
That's Sakura. You remember
I
her
know,
last name?
that was the joke. Sakura Omaewamu. It started with an O, right? Sakura O da o Omadu Oda Odimo.
Ogami.
Ogami. Oh yes, like the Togami legacy without the T, because Hina has those T's.
According to that video you saw,
it was a struggle.
Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that
right?
mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Sounds so condescending.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then
That's so fucking creepy coming from him.
was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement.
He wants to use it for other purposes, Jack.
I know, that's why I said it was so fucking creepy coming from him.
Who do you think he wants to use it on?
Miss Sonia!
And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Sonia, when you talk like that, I can't suspect you at all.
She's very sweet.
Who has the weakest alibi? Mikon, Fuyuhiko,
Or
Sonia.
Miss Sonia.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I think
was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
I think
That's
Fuyu is
not an
fine.
alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then
Nobody
Operation
has an
Destroy the
alibi?
Weakest Alibi has failed.
Oh no, because we all have equally bad alibis. The murder supposedly happened before and during the morning announcement. Person who doesn't have an alibi for that time. Who doesn't have an alibi for before and during the morning announcement? Before and during the morning announcement. So we're actually pushing way in advance of... or sorry, not way in advance, but way after going away for the night.
Uh-huh.
I was in my bed, but I have an alibi as to not having the motive for the murder.
Because you were witness to the murder.
Yeah. Now, Mikan was with me for an indeterminate amount of time, but she was with me.
Up to a point.
Yeah, well, when did she get with me?
Do you want to hear it again?
I'd like to look at the truth bullets because we have 3 people's accounts, so I'd like to see their accounts.
I can't do it unless we go forward, unfortunately.
Well, if you go forward 1 and then just immediately go into the menu, it's fine.
What?
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane,
look at their
right?
accounts in the truth bullet menu.
What about the other?
Oh, got it.
Okay, so we just want to look at everyone's accounts, so whichever one comes up first is fine. Mikan's account. Right up until the morning announcement. Right up until the Monokuma announcement that morning, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared when she rushed out of the hospital. Okay, so that's saying explicitly that her account does not cover the time between the announcements and a little after it. Fuyuku says, after Fuyuku met Mikan in front of the hospital, they split up. They checked and so it's completely irrelevant as to the morning announcement. Sonia says nothing about the morning announcement. So the only person that's remotely related to it is Mikan. Are we actually going for Mikan? Because like But how would she do this? You know, like if she was we woke up with her before the morning announcement. She would have to have done.
It's covering two
I was
moments.
totally sleeping in my motel room.
You only cover one moment. I think is the thing. You can only cover half of her alibi. Half of her alibi is shaky.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
Oh no. So like her alibi has nothing to say about the period of time of interest. She has not just shakiness, but it's completely not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease,
It is the weakest alibi for that period of time. But like, so we shoot that with Mikan's account right there.
The weakest alibi has failed.
At the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm a little confused because like, couldn't she have just tweaked this a little bit?
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And stayed?
And what about
Yeah,
the
with her boobs on my face.
Right
You were
before the morning
suffocating, dude.
announcement.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Totally
And
sleeping in my motel room.
suffocation doesn't count as a
Everyone at the motel
slice
is
into
doing
metal
that.
pieces kill.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
It's not, but it
Aside
doesn't
from
cover the
those afflicted by
time.
the disease,
You ready?
if nobody has an alibi,
No, that's wrong.
Sorry, Mikan.
That's so weird though.
You have the weakest one.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
Wait, what?
What? Wait, this
What?
is just the opposite. She
What?
has a great alibi up until the time in question. What?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening.
you two have alibis?
Up until I saw
Yeah, we
that
got
hanging
2 alibis right in my face.
Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Accidentally. Oh, oh no!
No! No!
Oh no! You upset Chiaki, dude!
Too much info.
Oh, you... Poor
This is just like Danganronpa
Chiaki.
1. This is right when Kyoko turned against me, and here again we see exactly when Chiaki turns against me.
You broke her heart, dude.
It's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
All
She's probably got at
morning!
least 2 more
All
hearts.
morning, they said!
Mhm.
I'm sorry, how do I get to the transcript? No, stop it! Yeah, we even woke up together. She just came. Whatever, dude, whatever.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
No!
the
That's the
case.
opposite!
The killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder
That's so
sequence to hide
stupid.
the actual time of
Well,
the crime
me and you
anyway.
had the same idea though, is the thing. We both thought it was gonna go one way and it didn't.
What sucks is that it's also just plainly not an alibi for all of the time up until the morning announcement. Because like I said, you have to find an alibi that covers all fucking night. And she doesn't have one. In fact, she's the only one that has the closest opportunity to go fucking murder people. The thing is, Hiyoko had to get up in the morning and go check the mirror. And she would do this well in advance of the morning announcement because she doesn't want people
She doesn't
around
want
when
people to
she
see
has
her.
an untied. Exactly.
Yeah, she's
So-
like not dressed.
So
properly.
it's only dependent on when Hiyoko manages to get there. But who could have been there all morning? Anybody, because all I knew was I was waking up dying. She could have arrived there just a few minutes ago and pretended like she was asleep on top of me. Like, she... Oh my god.
What's our pack saying there, Jack?
What is chat saying?
Yeah.
Chat says... Caleb says, ooh, and Hot Bitch says, all morning, Lamafau.
Hell
If
yeah,
Mikon is
brother.
a killer, she has to be running on like 50 hours awake to 1 hour sleep on Hajime.
I think Hajime got like several hours of Mikon on him.
No, but that's the thing. It could just be several minutes, just long enough to snuff the breath from my lungs.
My god.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
Yes, Gundam.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
Sonya, did you intend to back us into a corner?
Hell yeah, dude.
She's the only one that would have an inkling of why Hiyoko would be at the mirror. Nobody else would anticipate it. Not even if Mikon's the killer, you know, like, she couldn't anticipate that, right? The only person that has any knowledge of this is Sonya, because Sonya's the only person that saw crazy-ass Hiyoko for those days.
Yeah, that's true. Like, and that's kind of like, it's no secret that like none of us liked Hiyoko very much, but it is kind of sad that like she was so paranoid about getting a disease and trying not to die, that she basically isolated herself for days by herself alone, and then only to die at the very end. Like, she had no socialization at all. She didn't spend time with anybody.
That sounds like a lot of what the entire world has experienced for the last 15 months.
Wow, Jack. Way to make it real.
No, what do you have to say to that?
Committing an imitation murder? Is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel
What the fuck
really
are you getting
bad
at?
for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel.
What do you feel? You're not telling us a feeling, you're telling us random shit.
I
Hobbit
think
says,
the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
What's up?
Hobbit says, LOL, Hajime's wrinkled hair was like, Mikon, I can't go round two. And it's no secret none of us liked Hiyoko. I liked her because it was funny seeing a 6-year-old talk trash like that.
Really? Like you?
No, this is all Hot Bitch.
Oh. I mean, it was funny hearing her say just awful shit sometimes, but then it was like, you're going way too far, dude. It's like,
Yeah, there were occasions where she clapped people really nicely, and it's like, oh, that's a sick burn, bruh.
she reminds me of like the coworkers I used to have where they were very brash and annoying and very, like, they were younger, but it was always like, alright, I've had enough of you in about like 2 hours, I'm gonna go away now, so I don't have to hear you. Oh my god. This is a big herb. What did Caleb say?
Caleb says, I feel bad for Hiyoko because she must have been super fucking scared, but she never let herself, like, open up, so no one was there to keep her safe at all. Would she have been super fucking scared? I mean, she was scared of the
Hiyoko
disease,
was-
right?
Well, Well, I mean, she was just scared in general. After Mihiru died, is I think was
Yeah,
the
that
scene.
makes sense. That makes
Because
sense.
she basically like she had this tough girl act the whole time, but I think she was just really afraid of being killed because she was tricked so badly in the second trial.
I mean, alternatively, she wasn't scared at all because she woke up in the middle of the night to collect animal bones and skulls to create a shrine to Mihiru. Never felt like she was going to be murdered during that period of time.
Oh my god.
The killer had a different reason. If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us. If so, then whose? And what kind of trap is it? It's a steel trap, like my mind. Oh, we're halfway done already? It's only been 2 hours. Not even quite.
Hiya!
Yeah, we made it halfway, Jack.
Go ahead, Izzy.
No, we're halfway. You know.
Go ahead.
You know how it goes. We're gonna.
No, I don't know how.
We're gonna stop at the halfway point.
Oh my god.
What?
It's only been like an hour, 50 minutes or something.
Yeah, we usually stop at halfway.
Oh
you
my god.
really want to keep going?
Well, I can't go for another 2 hours. Speaking as much as I have been.
You say you can't or you can?
I can't go for another 2 hours on this.
Yeah,
no.
exactly. That's why we stop at halfway. You're gonna destroy your throat like that.
Well, apparently it doesn't matter if this is the stopping point.
Doesn't it? You get suffocated
Hiyoko ought to be
again.
scared. She was 6. Hotbitch says if she went to the venue barely dressed, then the killer would have had no trouble overpowering her.
What?
I don't
No.
feel like if she were dressed, the killer would still have any problems.
Hiyoko is 17.
Yeah,
just-
not
Yeah.
really. But...
No, she is.
No,
She
no,
is.
she's not. No,
I'm
she's not.
like not even shitting you right
Yeah, well, age is just a number, apparently.
now. Okay, Ballant. I mean, you know. Jesus, dude. I mean, I can't tell you her age, but like that's right now at the end of at this game right now she is 17. Okay.
What do you mean you can't tell us her age, and then you went ahead and told us her age?
Like there's 2 ages that like most of them have.
Oh,
think
like
it
the
was
age
like-
that they think they are and the age that they actually are?
Because remember they got their memories wiped.
Yeah, she's probably like fucking 20 or something by now.
Well, should have been anyway. But yeah. She is
Hiyoko is
17.
8, because 1 plus 7 is 8.
Oh no. Well, Jack, you're gonna change your what do you call it? Who you think the suspect is? The murderer? The blackened?
I don't think that it really moved the needle very much on me here. I think there were a couple occasions where I'm like, oh, that's a little more for Mikan, and then like a little bit less for her. And then the only thing is like, Sonya has more suspicion because of the my desire to avoid coincidences. And so, yeah, I don't know. I suspect Sonya a little bit more, but the way she's comported herself in the trial, I don't think it's her. Gundam was never really truly a suspect here. Kazuichi, Caleb thinks it's Kazuichi. I think Caleb's wrong because Kazuichi's not gonna hurt anything, and so you can suck at Caleb. Then.
Okay.
Who else is alive?
Nagito?
We know Nagito didn't do it. Nagito was.
Fuyu? So Fuyu
Didn't do it. Well, Fuyu actually doesn't have an alibi in a similar kind of fashion.
Chiaki?
Chiaki is perfectly innocent. She's not going to kill anybody.
Akane?
Akane was ill.
Who else is left?
Caleb gives us
Kazuichi.
sad face.
Kazuichi.
Kazuichi didn't do it. Caleb gives a sad face though.
Who else? Can I
Who
please?
else?
Yeah,
That was it. That was everybody.
that was pretty much everyone. You mentioned Gundam, right?
Yeah, yeah, I did. Neko's alive, but
He's not here.
not in this neck of the woods. Did you get that, Izzy?
Well, guys, I think that's gonna be it for now. I didn't save because I have lost all hope. Anything else you want to say, Jack?
Have a nice Wednesday. It's business time.
How long does business time usually take?
2 minutes, because I'm so intense.
Okay, Jack.
Yeah.